So happy New Year's to all, 2021. So now
Happy New Year.
to all. So today I will start a new topic that is called complex integrations. So already know the different integrations in real case, definite integral, indefinite integral. That is in actually the integrations are two types. One is a proper integral, another is improper integral. In real case, so what I have solved in plus 2, all are proper integral. Improper integral means upper limit, you have a upper limit and lower limit. So both the limit will be infinity, right? Minus infinity plus infinity, or any one of them is infinity. That is called improper. And third type improper is that is domain is not defined. That is a function is not defined in the range, right? That is called, so for example, if you integrate your suppose integral from 0 to 3, 1 by x minus 2 dx. Function is 1 by x minus 2, and the range of the integration is from 0 to 3. So this integral is called improper because the function is not defined within the range or the domain. Already you have know about proper and improper in your first semester. You have a chapter that is improper integrals, and how to evaluate already know. So our aim is not like that. So we will deal with complex integrations. In complex, there is no proper and improper. So previously we take the integration of the function f of x, bounded the region bounded by the functions, two coordinates x is equal to a to x is equal to b, then dx, x-axis. So it will integral from a to b f of a dx in real case. So if it is one side, one axis is the dx, one side is dx, that is one boundary is the x-axis. Similarly for y-axis you can do. It gives a represent area. So here in complex integrals, since you know the two types of function here, one is analytic function, another is non-analytic functions. Already know what is analytic and not analytic. So in complex integrations, we will find the line integral. Line integral means integration over the curve. Line integral means the integration taken over the curve C. We take the curve C, right? So that curve may be straight line segment, or it may be a simple curve. That is a curve. It is a parabolic curve, or a triangular, or over the circle, over the rectangle, over the square, right? That is called curve. So here our chapter is line integral. I have written is a non-analytic function, analytic function, and a contour integrations. Actually, line integral over the curve, right? Chapter is line integral over the curve. So in that chapter, we will deal with the two functions. One is non-analytic function, another is analytic functions. And third is that is contour integrations. So actually, that is very important for non-analytic function and analytic functions. For non-analytic functions, you know, if when the function is non-analytic, that function should not be defined or it is not satisfying CR equations. So for non-analytic functions, when you take the integration of a function over the curve, that is for non-analytic functions. So at that time, the value of the integrations depends on the path of the integrations. So you know, complex plane, it is a plane. Suppose you take 2 points A and B in the complex plane. Imagine 2 points A and B, that is two different points. So already know how many ways we will join these 2 points, either by line segment, straight line, or by corp y is equal to mx square or x is equal to my square or any other corp given in your questions. So for actually up lower 2 points A and B, the value of A and B are given. So if you integrate the function from the point A to B, lower limit is A, upper limit is B. So for different path joining A and B, for non-analytic functions, we will get different results, right? The result is not unique. But for analytic functions, same questions. Suppose integrate the function f over the corp C joining A and B. A is lower limit and B is upper limit for analytic function. Particularly, I have told you. So just you integrate the function just like you already know in real calculus, right? You know the integration of sin x. So that is result is minus cos x. Just replace z, x by z. So integration of sin z for analytic function, sin z is a analytic function. The value is just minus cos z. If limit from 0 to pi or any value 0, then the result is after integrations upper limit minus lower limit, right? F of b minus f of a, result is like that. So all are here we are deals with all definite integrals, no indefinite integrals, because we are every integration taken over the curve, right? There is no question of indefinite integral. So here you see I have given some definition about the terms, that is we are using path. I have told you the integration over the path C. So what is the path? Path means path is a curve. Either it is a straight line joining 2 points or it is a line segment. Sorry, any curve joining the 2 points, right? Either it is a curve or a straight line joining 2 points. That is called path. So closed path. What is your closed path? If initial and terminal points are coincide. Circle is a closed path. Square is a closed path. Rectangle is a closed path. But a parabola is not a closed path. That is initial. If you start, if you draw the figure, you start from a point that is called initial and end, that is called terminal points. That is initial and terminal points. If both are coincide, then it will become circle. Similarly, if you draw a rectangle or a square, you start a point A, then you go to B, then C and D, then go back to A. That is initial and terminal point both are coincide. That is called closed path. So simply closed path. What is called simple? These terms are used. What is a simply closed path? So simply closed path means that is boundary or circumference of the curve. Boundary of the curve path does not intersect or touch each other. Are you understand? That is the curve is called closed one, simply closed one, if that is boundary of the curve does not intersect or touch each other. Circle, if you example circle, if you draw the circle, that is the boundary of the circle, circumference of the circle does not touch each other. Any point you will not find like that, or not intersect. Suppose imagine I will draw a curve 8. Imagine 8. So if you start a point and just you draw a figure 8, so it will become a closed path. That is a closed path, because initial and terminal points are coincide. Then we will get the figure 8. But 8 is not a simply that is simply closed path, because that is path of the curve intersect at a point, right? That is not a simply closed path. What is the example of closed path? Circles. Circle is a closed path. simply closed path. Rectangle, square, all are the closed path because they are the boundary of the curve does not touch or intersect. Similarly, what is smooth closed path? Smooth closed path. Smooth closed path when it should be closed path, and it is possible to draw the tangents or give at every point of the path give the directions of the curve, or that is direction means we will find that we can draw the tangent at each and every points of the closed path, that is called smooth closed path. Example, circle is a best example. Circle is a smooth closed path because at every point of the circle we can draw the tangent, or every point of the circle gives the different directions. So that is which has a continuous and non-zero derivatives at every point on C. So that is called what is a connected domain. Connected domain. So you know region or already know the domain. So connected means if you take 2 points in that domain, and if you can join the 2 points of the domain by finitely number of broken lines, that is called connected domain. If you take any 2 points and that 2 points either you join by straight lines or any finite number of line segment, that is called connected domain, right? So suppose you take a circle. If you take any 2 points, then you can join that point by line segment. Suppose you take that is two concentric circle. If you take two concentric circle radius, suppose you take radius 1, another is radius 5. Imagine two concentric circles, circle with radius 1 and circle with radius 5, center at origin. So suppose you take any 2 points of that circle, any 2 points. So that 2 points can be joined by finite number of line segment, finite number of broken line segment, that is a finite number of line segments we can join. So that is also smooth, that is called connected domain. So what is simply connected domain? We are using always simply connected domain. When you say the domain, you always take as it is simply connected. What is simply connected domain? So domain D in which any simply closed curve in D enclosed only the point of D. If you take a domain and you draw a simply closed curve within the domain, and if you shrink that curve, right? If you squeeze the curve, so finally we will get a point. That point also belongs to that domain. That is called simply connected domain. Are you clear? A domain D in which any simply closed path in D enclose only the point of D, or I have written curve shrinks to a point and that point belongs to D, right? So in other words, if you take a domain without a hole, are you imagine hole without hole? So you know there is some banner, that is a cotton banner on the road. There are many holes within. That is not simply connected domain, right? There are many holes. That is without hole, that is called simply connected. For example, circle is a simply connected domain. Your square is a simply connected domain. Rectangle is a simply connected domain. Or you can draw any figure without any hole, that is called simply connected domain. Because if you take any curve, closed curve within, and if you shrink the curve from all sides, and finally what will you will get? You will get a point. That point must belongs to in D. If there is some hole, if you shrink the curve, if you shrink that closed curve, so automatically, so it will comes the, that is the circumference of the hole. So that is some points they are not included, therefore it is not simply connected. So in you see multiple connected, that is 7. Multiple connected is the domain which is not simply connected, it is called multiple connected domain, or domain with holes, one hole or two holes or three holes, that is called multiple connected. If one holes, it is called simply that is yeah, if you that is called a simply connected domain. Yeah, domain with one hole or two hole or three holes, like that. Or double connected, if two holes, that is called double connected. If three holes, double connected, like that. So these are the terms we are using. So the line integrals. The line integral, what is the line integral? Line integral of a continuous function f of z u plus I v along the curve C or over the curve C is denoted by symbolically, the symbol is like that. Integral of, that is integral C f of z dz. Hello, clear? Hello? Yes. Hello, Ansuman?
Yes, sir.
So at least you concentrated actually from today class onwards, all the parts are integral portions, integration of complex functions. So if you are not understand clearly, so rather I will be stop the class before 15 minutes or 10 minutes. You maybe asked me about your doubt from theory, at least to understand what is the complex integrations. Otherwise, you will not understand henceforth. Whole chapter from onwards to end your portions, all are complex integrations. Today is your first class and it is a preliminary class. You try to understand. So I draw a figure, that is x-axis and y-axis, xy plane. So we take 2 points, A and B, and that is it is joining A and B by the curve C. That is curve C, that is maybe we can join A and B by straight lines or by a curve. We are taking curve C. That is integration of the function f of z over this curve C, right? So what is that notation? You see dz is equal to dx plus I dy, and C may be line segment from point A to B along the curve, or it may be open or closed curve. It is, I have taken it, it is open curve, open, because if A and B are not coincided. If A and B are coincided, then C is called closed curve. If A and B are coincided, that is closed curve C is called contour. You remember this term. If A and B both are coincided, right, integration over the function f of z dz over the curve C, that is called contour integrations. Contour, you remember this term, contour, right? That is, if C is a closed curve, then this integral is called contour integral and denoted by this symbol C. That is a simple integration of C f of z dz. Here C integration f of z dz with that small circle within over the integral side. That is called, it is, this denotes C is a closed curve. So this denotes it may be C open curve or a closed curve. If you write this symbol like that, that is the integral only simply without small circle. So you have to define, if it is a closed curve, you have to write it is a closed curve. If you are not right, so it is treated as open curve. So if you write only this symbol, it is not, it is very clear that C is a closed curve. So that is called contour integrations. Now, integrals f of z dz over the curve C, we can write f of z is equal to u plus ib, dx is equal to I di. So please do it. Integral of f of z dz over the curve C. Please do it. you write it, you fz is equal to u plus iv, dx is equal to dz is equal to dx plus iy, and simplify, equate real and imaginary part. You do it. Everybody should do it. Whether this is why equation 1 will come or not. Hello.
Yes, sir, it's coming.
It's coming.
So only you see, first is the real part. That is u dx. That is no I. So now iv I dy. If you multiply each other, the I square is equal to -1. So minus v dy plus. So another multiplication, if you multiply iv with dx, that is v dx. Then another is, one possible is I dy with u, that is u dy. So it is called, we can that is u dx plus minus v dy is a real part. All are, this is real, and v dx plus u dy also real, right? So we can separate. That is, here first is fz dz, that is completely complex. Here you equate, write a real part and imaginary part of the integral. So for non-analytic functions, already I have told you, if fz is a non-analytic functions, that is not analytic, the integration of the curve C joining the point O to P. You see, if we take 2 points O and P, you see the figure. So in how many ways we can join OP? That is by line segment. I have given dotted line. So, or another path from 0 to A and A to B along the x-axis, then vertically to P, right? Another path along the y-axis, that is 0 to O, 0 to B, sorry, O to B, then B to P. So here we will find very simply 3 different paths. That is point P, O and P can be joined by 3 different paths, either by line segment or by two line segments along the x-axis, then vertically to P, and along y-axis, then horizontal to P. Or you can join by any core path, right? Y is equal to mx square, or any parametric path like that. So if function is a non-analytic, the integration of the function fz from the point O to P gives the different results if you go through line segment OP directly, and if you second curve O to A to P, so it will give another result. Third curve O to B, B to C, give, that is also you will get the result. All are 3 different results. I have written here, for non-analytic function fz, the value of the integral depends on the path C joining the points O to P. For the different path, I have given OAP. You see, different path OAP, OBP, or UP directly, or core path joining the points O to P. The value of the integral 1 is different. The value of 1, that value 1, I have given this integral is 1. The value of the integral is different. But for analytic functions, function fz, the value of the integral is unique for any path joining O to P. Here, how many ways we have joined O to P? By 3 ways: OAP, OBP, and OP. If you integrate the functions over OAP, that is it is called OAP, that is called C1. So that also we will get the result, the integration over OPB, or OP, if it is a non-analytic function, all three are different. But if the function is analytic, if you take the integration over the three paths, result is always unique. Only one result will get, only for analytic functions. So directly I will give you an example for you. Now for non-analytic function, you see, evaluate the integral 0 to 1 plus I x minus y plus I x square dx. So actually, how to know this is a non-analytic functions? So your function f z is equal to x minus y, that is the real u is equal to x minus y, and b is equal to x square. So here you see CR equation is not satisfied. What is your function? F z is equal to x minus y plus x square. So that is v is equal to x square, u is equal to x minus y. So if you find the derivative, del y del x, del y del v, like that. So you will find all the derivatives, that is CR equation are not satisfied, that is called non-analytic functions. So how to evaluate this non-analytic function from origin, that is O means origin, to 1 plus I. That is, I have given the figure here. That is origin to P, 1 plus I. 1 plus I means that is point is 1 1. So how many ways already have told you? Join it. First is directly OP, one path. Another path is OAP. Another path is OPB. So I have given here where C denotes the path joining 0 to P, 1. In which path? Along the straight line. OP joining from 0 to P. Right? That is called C1. So along the direct line segment joining these two paths, that is OP. So here when path is given, you have to find what is the equation of this path. 0 means point is 0 0, another point is 1 1. You know what is the equation of a line, coordinate geometry. Equation of line in law. You know that equation of line or not?
Yes.
Find the equation of line joining two points, 0 origin to this point. So that is what is that equation of line? What is the equation of line joining 2 points?
So y equals to mx plus c.
Y minus?
Y equals to mx plus c. General equation.
This is statement that y is equal to x, right? How will you find it? How will you find it? What from what equations? Y minus y1, you know that formula?
Yes, so y minus y1 equals
Yes, sir.
to
Yes, sir.
slope into x minus x1.
Is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 whole into x minus x1, right? So here x1 and y1 is 0 0 and x2 and y2 is 1 1. If you apply that formula in this formula, if you put this point in this formula, you will get the equation line is y is equal to x. That is very important. You will find what is the equation of path, that is c1 is y is equal to x. Similarly, along the real axis, along the real axis, I have given 2a110 and then vertically along the real axis from 0 to a. 0 to a, I have forgot, I have not written here. Real axis from 0 to a and then vertically to 1 plus I. So what is that path? That is OAP. That is, we take that path C2. C2 is equal to OP plus AP. You see, two line segment OP plus AP. We can join these 2 points. Similarly, third case, along the imaginary axis to I, along the imaginary axis to B, right? B, what is the B? B is equal to 0 1 point, and then horizontally to 1 plus I. What is that? Is called C3 path. What is the C3 path? OB plus BP. OB plus BP. So 3 path. Another is I have given here, that is along the parabola. Along the parabola, that is path 4. What is the parabola? Y is equal to x square. in the first quadrant. Along, because all are joining a line segment. So another is I have given, that is you see, that is a dotted lines I have given here, that is called parabola, y is equal to x square in the first quadrant. So how will you solve it? You see, first questions. So f z is equal to already given x minus y plus I s square, u is equal to x minus y, v is equal to x square. So I have to check this function is not analytic. CR equation are not satisfied. Next page, the function is not analytic. So first question answer. Let C1 is equal to OP is equal to C1. The curve C1 denotes OP. What is that equation? Y is equal to x. You follow this procedure. First curve C1. C1 is denotes OP. What is the equation of OP? OP is equal to, or equation of C1 is y is equal to x. So automatically dy is equal to dx, because in your functions you will find dy and dx relation. So at A, at O 0 0, what is the value of x and y? X is equal to y is equal to 0. X and y both are 0. At PP, y is equal to 1 implies x is equal to 1, because y is equal to x. When y is equal to 1, x is equal to 1. So now we take, what is the limit now here? Limit is 0 to x varies from 0 to 1. You see the figure. What is the value of x here? From 0 to 1. X varies from 0 to 1. So we take this. If you take the limit varies from 0 to 1, that is x values belongs to 0 to 1. So at that time you integrate the functions with respect to dx, right? You integrate with respect to dx. So now integration over C1. Now I will change, because it is given fz is equal to c fz dz. Now the particularly according to question, integral over C1, that is OP, x minus y plus ix square dx dy. This is question. When that is already know dy is equal to dx, and here y is equal to 1, x is equal to 1, sorry, that is we take x is equal to, that is 0 to 1, so x is equal to 0 to 1. Now replace, that is x, y replaced by x plus ix square, then dx plus I dx. So dx taking common 1 plus I. Are you understand this line? X is 0 to 1 line this. Hello. Hello,
Sir,
students.
can you explain it once again?
Are you understanding or not?
No, sir, can you explain it again?
Once again.
Yes, sir.
Good, good. If you will not, I will ask you. If you will not understand, I will explain. You see, so first curve is C1. What is C1? Joining the point origin to the point P by the line segment. Already I have given the figure, right? So you find what is the equation of C1. That is joining 2 points. Equation of straight line, or if it is a straight line, joining equation of straight lines. That is because it is a line segment, straight lines. So that line is y is equal to x. So if y is equal to x, so really we can differentiate dy is equal to dx also. First line, understand, please?
Yes, sir.
Hello. First line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see, so at the origin means it is 0 0. What is the value of x and y? Automatically 0 0. At p is x1, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, right? So if you want to variation of x, then we replace, you take the whole equation by x. Suppose you want to variation with respect to y, it will be possible. But here we take, since if you take y is equal to 1, implies x is equal to 1 from the equations. Y is equal to x is your equation of straight lines. So y is equal to 1, x is equal to 1. Now what is the value of x here? You see, x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1. That means x lies between 0 to 1. I don't understand this limit. X varies from 0 to 1. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Now, if you understand this, so up to this, it is you have to do it. Now you come to the integral. What is the integral function of f z dz over the curve C? So according to question, that is curve C becomes C1, right? Or integration over the curve OP. So I have written just here a question, x minus y plus I x square dx plus I dy. So here curve C1, when you change the limit, right? When you change the limit, relation, give the relation between x and y. So since x varies from 0 to 1, so you take x is equal to integral from x is 0 to 1. Now x replace, because I know already y is equal to x, so minus y minus x plus I x square in your question. What is you keep dx plus I, in place of dy you write it dx. If you take dx common, 1 plus I here. So this line are you understand? Hello.
Yes, sir.
If you are not understand, please you tell me. I will be repeat, because if you understand this question, next there is no problem for you. So now you take 1 plus I is a common. We take 1 plus I is a common here. Again, here x and x cancel. So again another I will come 0 to 1 x square dx. It is a real integral. It is a real, simply real integral. So I minus 1 x cube by 3 0 to 1. Why it is I minus 1? Because I multiply with this. That is I plus I square. That is I minus 1 x cube by 3. Just integrate. So put the upper line, lower limit here. Upper limit is, that is 1 minus I. Upper limit is 1 by 3 minus 0. Right? I minus 1 divided by 3. And the result is this. Put upper and lower limit and multiply with I minus 1. So here I minus 1, if you put upper limit, that is 1 by 3, and lower limit is 0, that is I minus 1 into 1 by 3. So just to expanded it, I have written here I by 3, that is minus 1 by 3, but this. So integral, now what is the conclusion? Integration over the curve OP or C1, the result is minus 1 plus I by 3. So just once again I asked all the students, those are here, are you understand this question answer? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
There is no problem. I will go to slow, because if you understand for today class, you have no problem. You can solve all the questions. Now you see the second question. Second question, you will be again one doubt will be very clear. So what is C2? C2 is OA plus AP line, two lines C2, right? So integration of, that is integration of Fz dz over curve C2, we can split it. Integration over OA plus integration over AP. That is a C2 is a curve. That is a curve means it is a, that is OA plus AP. Now we separate it. So OA plus AP, because C2 is equal to OA plus AP. You can write here integral over OA of Fz dz plus integral over AP Fz dz. Now here, since you split, there are two integral here. So along OA, what is the equation of OA here? Along OA means, what is the equation of OA? OA is equal to y is equal to 0, you know, right? X-axis, y is equal to 0. So y is equal to 0 means dy by dx is equal to 0, right? What is the variation of x along OA? That the origin is 0 and point A is 1, the value of x is equal to 1. That is that line segment, the value of x lies between 0 to 1, closed interval. So Now integration of our OA, fz, dz. Again, you come to the same questions. X is equal to 0 to 1. X is equal to 0 to 1 and replace y is equal to 0. So x minus 0, I have not written here, x plus ix square. Since dy is equal to 0, only dx. So after integrations, integration of x is x square to x square is equal to x cube by 3. Upper and lower limit, we will get this result. Please do it. Please do it. Everybody should do it. Or you do along the curve AP. You integrate over the curve AP. Equation of AP is equal to x is equal to 1, you write. There is a vertical line, x is equal to 1. Dx is equal to 0. And that vertical line, what is the variation of x? X is equal to 1 fixed. Variation of y is equal to 0 to 1. Along, then what is your z here? If this, what is your z? Z is equal to x plus. Sorry, I have written wrong here. You write z is equal to, you write z is equal to 1 plus ii. You write z is equal to 1 plus iy. Right? iy. Because x is equal to, sorry. So x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 means z is equal to 1 plus iy. 1 plus iy. So what is dz? So wrongly I have written here z. It is not z. Please rectify. Dz is equal to I dy. Please rectify. Dz is equal to I dy. Now come to the questions. Integral over AP, fz dz. So please do it. Otherwise, I will be explain. You will not understand. You do it. If you have any problem, you will ask me.
Sir,
Because
we can
y
take the
varies
question.
from 0 to 1. Please do it. Replace x is equal to 1 and y varies from 0 to 1. Then dx is equal to, already you know it is 0. Only dz is equal to I dy. Integrate. So you will get the result. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Minus 1 plus I by 2.
Yes, sir. We got.
So if you have any doubt, you ask me. I will explain one second. Because it is offline online class. So name is complex integrations. Complex means it is a complex. But if you understand, it is a simple integrations. Simple, right? So here integration over AP is equal to minus 1 plus I by 2i. So now what is the integration of C2? C2 means C2 two parts. OA plus AP, integration of OA plus OP, already I split it. Just write integration of OA, value of OA plus integration of OP, AP. Result is minus 4 by 3 plus I 5 by 3, 6. So just add all two integrations. Add integration of OA plus integration of AP. The result is minus 4 by 3 plus I 5 by 6. Integrate, right? The result is match with this or not?
Yes, sir, matching.
Now you see what is the conclusion you see. Now you take
Sir.
already.
So for the curve OA, I had got 1 by 2 plus I by 3. So
OA.
it should OA, yes, sir. Sir,
OA.
you had also got that.
So my answer is wrong. OA.
Sir, sir, no, your answer is right, but after the result, you had written wrong just in the result.
Now, question number B or A?
B.
B.
So B for OA is 1 by 2 plus I by 3.
Ah.
Yeah, yes, sir. So in the result, you have written wrong.
Okay. What is the result?
Down.
1 by 2.
Plus I by 3, so down.
I by 3.
Yes, sir.
So I by 3 तो ठीक है.
So one. So here, so when we are doing OA plus AP, so in the final result.
Final result. Final. What is
Yes,
the
sir.
final result?
So it should be 1 by 2 plus I by 3. So that side. Plus.
No, ये जो -4 by 3 plus I 5 by 3 था.
No, sir.
That will be
Up.
-1 by 2 plus I 5 by 6.
ठीक है.
Yes,
You
sir.
Yes, sir, yes.
You rectify it. So my conclusion is, you see integration over C1 and integration over C2 for two different paths. Both results are same or different?
Different, sir.
Question number A and question number B. You calculate correctly. My addition may be mistake. So question number A and question number B, both are same result or different result?
Different result.
Different, sir.
Good, because it is a non-analytic function. Since it's non-analytic functions, if you actually integrate from O to P for both the cases, but path is different. So for different path, we will get the different result. Although upper and lower limit of the integral is same. Integration from O to A, right? So if you choose a different path, then result will be different. My conclusion is like that, because it is a not analytic function. I have written here, integration of C1 fz dz is not equal to integration of C2 fz dz. Path is C1 is OP, and here path is OA plus AP. So here fz integrated from 0 to P through the different path C1 and C2, and the result is different. So if fz is not analytic, conclusion, the value of the integral depends on the path of the integrations. For different path, we will get the different result. Are you understand this conclusion? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Now you see question number C.
Sir, I think.
Now you do question number C.
Okay.
Do yourself. Question number C with path C3. You do, everybody should do. Electrical 274. Ankit Oscar.
Yes, sir.
So you have did the questions now?
Yes, sir. With
Good,
A,
good.
with A
Good.
and B paths.
You have any doubt?
Yes, sir. That only you explained it before, like why different answers were coming on taking different
No,
paths.
yeah, I have explained about you have any doubt or not?
No, sir.
Please do question number C. Please do question number C. For the path C3. Everybody should try to solve the questions. So C3 is split to OB plus BP. Find the equation of OB. That is the y-axis. So equation of OB is x is equal to 0. So automatically dx is equal to 0. And y varies from 0 to 1. And z is equal to only iy. So dz is equal to I dy. Then go to original questions. Integration over c fz dz. Substitute your x is equal to 0, dx is equal to 0, and take the limit 0 to y is equal to 0 to 1. अच्छा सुमित हलदार 614. Sumiti Haldar.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You have solved. You have solved the question or not?
Yes.
Minus
Yes,
I by
yes,
2 your answer.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Are you have solved or not?
Yes, sir. Solving.
That's your P. Then along BP, find the equation of BP. What is the equation of BP? Y is equal to 1. So if y is equal to 1, dy is equal to 0. So what is the variation of x here? X varies from 0 to 1. And z is equal to z. I have not written here. Z is equal to x plus I. So that dz is equal to dx. So what is your fz? Fz replace y by 1, x minus y plus I x square. Everybody should try to solve.
Sir, the class time is up, I think.
Are you understand the idea or not?
Yes, sir.
So similarly, I have given question number D, C4 path, y is equal to x square, dy is equal to this. So at least here the equation already given. You should not think about the equations. Previously the equation is not given. So you solve it. So question number 2. So you go through this. So I have given a different path, different result. So non-analytic question number 2 you see. This is also same non-analytic functions. You do that question number 2. So line integral for analytic function I have given you. Just question number 1. So z square is I have given. So you next class tomorrow you have no class. So Wednesday you go through all the questions. So you have any doubt you ask me. Right? This is very important. Today class is very important. So all right, you leave and join the class. You leave.
धन्यवाद, sir.
That.